Okay, well, we'll start the stream from here, really, and then we'll go for the qualifying. One of the fastest in the actual season, along with Jones, Scald, Thomas. Real fast racers. Look just how much speed the guy carries through that section. He's got a beautiful line, a bit of traffic up ahead. He's currently sitting in P1. Jones, Team Jones. Closely followed by Vetro, there's not much in it. There's 4/10. Vetro on pad arrival. We've got Thomas Ethan at £1 Fish Racing. Just jump on board with Thomas. Let's just finish this lap with Jones here. Beautiful power out of that. Hold with Vetro now. Wins the first bit. Just how much speed the guy carries through here. It's really impressive. Let's have a look for the field. See if we can just completing a lap. And we've got McWolf into that first corner. It's vital you hold the speed through that corner. A great view. Down the main straight now. A lot of speed through here. Let's pick up the Scald. Let's go with on board with him. The camera hand's a little dodgy. There's a lot of curve there on the inside of that, but managed to keep the pace throughout. Through with Baxter. Big Kid Daddy. Very fast in the last race. We've got some twat in 10th. Let's not bother with him. This is Matarang, I think. It certainly is. Of Teamy McTeam Face. That's a great name, that. On board with Archie now. As he comes into the last corner. Looks like he's running the stable setup. On board with Gio. He's going to start a lap. I'll tell you what. Let's enjoy this lap with Gio. See what he could do. Not the greatest double D thing. Gets a little wiggle on that. And lights on. See how close he hooks the apex there to bring the speed through. Car up ahead. Let's go on board with his cockpit into the hairpin. No locking up at the brakes there. Beautiful line by Gio. We've got Neo up at the back. Team Neostra. So the 13th and the 14th. Plugging away there. 7 seconds off the pace. It's still so quick at the front. We've got McWolf. They're within a second of each other now. It's unbelievable. Great qualifying. So again, let's run through our grid. Jones, P1, Retro, 4/10 behind on the arrival. And we've got Thomas Ethan at £1 Fish Racing, 5/10. McWolf, 9/10 behind. That's going to be close up front for them guys. It really is. I'm going board with Bax. I love that livery. It's absolutely brilliant. So, over the line. Is he improved? Oh, he has improved. He's come all the way there. They must be running loose. Let's go on board with him. Oh, he looks like he's having some fun. But that's VSR Thomas Ethan into 4th now. I'm sure he's going to want to get that place back. Nice exit and corner speed there. Stick on board with Ethan. Wow, so much speed through there. Beautiful exit. The thing is, can he improve on his time? We're back into the 3 minutes now. It's 5/10 off Jones. Let's stay on board. Splits are looking okay. Ah, no improvement. On board with Scald. In a 7th place was unusual because you'd expect to see Scald right at the front of the grid, really, battling with these guys. A lot of exit curb there. Gio's 2 seconds off the pace. I know this guy can improve. Looks like he's having a Sunday drive at the minute. On board with Big Kid Daddy. So, last time out, I believe, John's had the first, second of Retro Scald, 7th, So we're expecting to see Johns, Thomas Ethan, with them sort of times. Oh, we got someone off there. Let's bring him up. All these 5s and 6 onwards are all within a second of each other. This level is unbelievable. From there, it's still pretty close until 10, and then there seems to be a little bit of a gap, unfortunately. Mighty impressive lap time there. Johns still going around the track, still trying to improve. Archie now crossing the line. Did he improve? Well, yeah, he did improve. Got someone telling us to turn the mic off when they really should be muting mine. Oh, I guess I'm bad at leaders. Start finish. No improvement. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the stable. Stick on board with these guys, like to improve. We're sort of giving up that. Here we go, we're on board with Ethan again. Just gonna look at the speed they carry through here. Beautiful line. Oulton are 3/10 off Thomas. Of the rest of the different story. So rounding off our top 10, Big Kid Daddy in 10th, 9th we've got Archie, 8th Gio, 7th Skull, 6th Baxter, 5th Wolf, 4th Ethan, 3rd Vectra, 2 ourselves, and 1st Johns. Which is to be expected with the first 5 guys, if I'm honest with you. Stay on board with Wolf here, see if we can improve his time. Back end looking a little lively. Doesn't improve. Okay, guys. Scald improve. Doesn't this time round. Camo in the pits. We've got a few people in the pits. Beautiful laps. A 1:33 is absolutely rapid. I'd be happy with a 1:36 as a good time around here. These guys are in a different lead, unfortunately. Should make for a good race. On board with Gio now. He's setting himself up. Still top 10 for that team there. Both Archie and Gio have managed to get their both cars inside the top 10. That's good for Archie Racing. Gio moves up to 7th as well. Hello last lap, well done. Good Daddy rounding off our top 10. We've got OSL on the lap. Let's go on board with him quick, see where he is. Is this a pole? Let's have a look. Can he defront Johns? It's going to be a big ask. Last corner. To the start finish. Has he done enough? It wouldn't appear so. But hell of an effort by everybody on the grid there. Well done, boys. The Kid Daddy, does he improve? Doesn't look like it. Can you mute my mic, OS Limbs? Can you not mute my microphone? While we're on this, mate. Yeah, just mute it. Well, I wasn't last. So we're on with this. Absolutely. So we've got John's out in front. Racing real well. It's closely followed by Luma. Seems to be pulling a little gap on him now. We've got a close fighting going on between Vetro and Let's go on board. Let's have a look at this as it unfolds. Now we're on board with Thomas Ethan. He seems to be just stalking Vetro a little bit, trying to see where his braking zones are. Oh, has he lost it? It's well kept on the back end there. Unbelievable. We've got a close fight between Scald and Bax. Super chicane. Close followed by Camo behind this little turn. Stay on board with these guys. Now remember, this is all for position. Camo of the two-tier teams, or the two-timers. Holding well in 7th there. Scald really on the bass end now. Really stalking Bax. Bax has gone wide. Can he pull it back? Unbelievable driving. Scald's got a run, but has he got anywhere to go? Oh, from the outside. This will be intense. That's some balls of steel right there on the side of Baxter. Can you see him? With a little nudge, I think. Let's go back. It's like a love tap, but he's under threat from Cam on the side. This is so close, and all this time it's allowing Gio. Gio's been overtaken Matt Wolf to catch up with these guys while they scrabble over themselves. It's a great close action racing here. We've got another little train behind, stuck on board with Matt Rang. He's looking at Gio and McWolf. Incredible pace by these guys. Let's just have a quick look at the sector times and see what's what. We've got a best lap so far of a 1:34.3. Unbelievable by Johns. But that's been matched by Liamers at the minute, at least in time. Let's jump on board with Gio as he chases him now. He's just losing the back end a little bit. Let's jump back on board with Scald. Camo up in front, and Bax holding well. Bax looks like he's running loose. The car looks quite slippy for him. It's great watching him go about. Bax gets wide again. Let's go jump on with him at a rank. Closer to Gio this time, as Gio had to slow down maybe. Matt Wolf still pulling away. Let's have a look at Big Daddy and Archie now. They're pretty close together. Archie, looking into the forums and whatnot, he has really struggled with this track. I think the car on standard, standard setup either way is not great for it. Pod and jump with Gio now. Again, losing Matt Wolf, but Matt... Great pace by these boys, seriously. To keep plugging away, unbelievable. Now we've got a close back here, we'll jump on board with Cam. Wow, Scald round the inside, but push wide a little bit. Let's go to get these room, boys. Crossing the line. Looks like Cam has just got it. Let's go into the first corner. Is Scald going to give it round the outside? He's later braking. Unbelievable. Balls of steel by Scald. Really well done. I am loving it. This is obviously Wolf catching to them, but let's keep on board here with this little battle. Brilliant racing. Now, jump on board with Thomas Ethan. He's getting closer to the back of Vetro. Vetro's gone a little wide there. Ethan's got the inside. Vetro's on the grass. He's on the grass. He's lost a little pace there. Ethan on the brakes now. Secured that position. Can he keep it tidy up the hill? What am I talking about? These are tier 1 drivers. Of course they can. We'll jump back on board with Cam. Hunting Scald down now. Now Scald's moved up to 6th. I believe he started 8th, something like that. So, unbelievable. Well done. These three now seem to be catching Baxter. Still only 5th there. Jump back on top with Retro. This battle here is tier 1 drivers going at it. Let's go on board with Vetro for a lap. He chases him down. You could just get an understanding of the speed that these guys carry. This is tier 1 driving. Ethan loses the back end there, but manages to put the power down so smoothly and effortlessly into the first corner. Well, watch these tier 1 drivers, the speed they carry through. On the power so early. Great. Back to our battle with Scald, Camo and Bax. Where are we? We're even closer. And it would appear that Matt Wolf's on the arse end of this team now. He is. We've got a fight on for 5th. We really have. I suspect a mistake's coming. Go on, boys. Do us proud. Let's jump on board. We can there. He's right up the ass now. It would appear Skull's not got the pace. He's got to slow down. Would that allow Matt Wolf to catch? Nope. Onto Camo. Chasing the back end of Baxter, who seems to have pace again. They were catching him slightly before, but the battle in between them all has led him in. Let's jump on board with Vetcher again. Now 2nd. Ethan's gone, hasn't he? He's pulled that. I believe he's still in the draft, though. Well, let's look at our front runners here, because we've neglected him a little bit because of the great racing. Liam doing his thing. He's got a good gap as well to Ethan in 3rd. That battle in there's really allowed these guys to pull out. On board with Jones. Just smooth, you know, not a mistake anywhere. Have I cursed him into the last corner here? Let's have a look. Guy's on fire, you know, every apex, well done. Like we can. Seems in that back end with Baxter. Scald. Oh, here we go. This is close. Go on board with Scald and do the trackside. Here we go, boys. Oh, it's locked up under braking there. Did really well to avoid Cam. Unbelievable. Nope. It looks like Noel's got a good run there. Who's in the pits? Who's in the pits? That's Neo. Is there for damage? No? I'm not too sure what that was, folks. We'll find out soon. Let's get back on board. Did we come on board? These guys are all within a second of one another. I want to keep up with these for the hairpin. Pierre Vectra, Ethan's pulled another 2 seconds on Vectra there. So whether Vectra's just settling down now, getting into a rhythm. Let's keep with these guys. So much curve use there, brilliant. All under control. He's got the run. He looks like it. Bax is defending the line. He's not going to be able to make that move. Oh, he's on the grass. Listen, these things, as my friend Gio once said, do not make great lawnmowers. Okay, back on with Vector a second. With the 2 gap, you can physically see now how far Ethan's pulled in front. You've got to think if Ethan didn't have the battling at the start, he'd be battling with at least Lima at the minute and Jones. He does have the pace. Let's have a look, go on board with Lima, see if he's making any headway. That gap's 3.3 seconds. A lonely old race there. But if he keeps it on the track, you know, makes no mistakes. Good point scoring positions there. Again, boys, I'm back on Skull. These 3 are giving us a show, aren't they? They really are. The pace that they're delivering through there, loses the back end a little bit, which is going to allow Matt Wolf to pull up on him. Come on, bloody camera, catch up. He's going to defend the line. No, not just got close enough. Now let's go on board with Gio. Chasing down Natarang at the minute. It's cool because we've got little gaps all over the field, but where the gaps are, they're pretty close. So we've always got someone we're racing. So Gio's chasing him down. He's got 2 seconds. We'll monitor that. But at the minute, we've got a battle and a half of these boys. Camo leading that train. Baxter must be loving it, you know. They're racing hard, but these guys are racing fair, and that's what we like to see, especially in this tier of drivers. You can physically see, though, where Baxter is in compared to these guys. It's not too far up there. We're going to jump on board with... Let's go on board with Gio's 2. Has he pulled that gap? I believe he has. That's a second he's gained in that lap alone, so... I think Gio's finding his pace. Now let's bob on with Big Daddy. Let's have a look. Looks like he's really finding this one a tough one to do. Archie at the back there, which nobody thought he'd be there. Even the commentators last time was quite surprised of where his position was, but he seems to be really struggling with the cars at the minute. Let's jump on board with our racing, guys. Skull, he seems to have made a mistake into the last corner. I'm absolutely gutted we didn't stay with that. You can see how much he's lost there. He's a second behind, however... Cameron Wolf still fighting away. Great to see. We'll go on board with Vetro now, who's 4 seconds behind Ethan. Bit of a lonely one there. He's got plenty of space back. On board with Ethan now. Let's go actually on board with the guy. Gorgeous track, gorgeous time of day. Now Jaunt, our pace setter, has pulled 4 seconds. Look at the guy's pace through here. Unbelievable. He's pulling out that lead, and there's not much Lima can do to match it. You know, he hasn't put a foot wrong. He seriously hasn't. Some great racing. And back to our close guys. Scald seems to be catching the arse end of McWolf now. All my boys pretty close together. Max is still holding that gap at around 2-3 seconds. Seems to have got a tight one. Let's go on board with Gio. What's happening? He is catching. Right. I don't know, that must have been a slowdown there, and Gio's gone through now. Without someone there as a marker to your braking zones, let's see what Gio can actually do. We'll keep an eye on him. He's only 3 seconds behind Matt Wolf now, who seems to have dropped right behind. Scald still, here we go. Let's have a look at this. Camo and McWolf, very neat, very fair, get each of a room. It's what we like to see. Now it's okay. Let's have a look at this. McWolf holding the inside line, Camo on the outside. Both of them make the apex beautifully. Now Camo switches back across. Scald still up their asses, waiting for any mistake that's been made. Great racing by these guys, seriously. Johns, it seems, pulled another half a second out on Liam. Is that him up the inside? Has he noticed? Matt Wolf challenging. Has to give up the position to Scald. Actually, Scald, my apologies. Camo losing the back end, but neatens it up a little bit. Fantastic driving. Give each other space, give each other room, and that's what it's about. So, as we go from our front runners here, obviously George leading the way now, pulling out nearly a 5-second gap in that Kane Sun Motorsport car. Unbelievable. The other thing I noticed is just how much pace the top 5 guys are actually putting in. It's unbelievable. Some great racing. So let's go from our top runners and move our way down. We're on lap 12. Johnson a lonely first, 4 seconds, nearly 5 seconds behind now is Liam. He is pushing, you can see he is pushing. Thomas Oulton now, that same corner, using every little bit of available track to him. Vectra, we always expected him to be at the front. Surprising that there's an 8-second gap now between them. Back to Matt Wolf and Camo. Check these guys out. So this is Scald and Camo. It looks as if Matt Wolf has actually got a little run now, so he can space to breathe a little bit. Let's go on over these as they come round. Oh, on the grass. He's gone wide. Camo's gone wide. He's off the grass. That's going to allow Scald to go on, but let's have a look at... He's stalled. Let's have a look where Matt Wolf is. No, not able to make it up. Camo's has to remain for 8th. We're going to stay with him, see if we've got any damage, but that allows Scald to naff off there. Still in sight of Matt Wolf. I think that was fair enough. They just ended up on the grass there. There was no contact. You know, they were just racing real hard. Okay, Gio into 10th. Matt around 2 seconds now behind him. That's that one done with, but we have got a second between these guys. Cracks are up front. Okay, so our field at the minute has gone down from the 16-car grid to 13. Big Kid Daddy there in last. I think it's looking like he might be the first for the reverse race. Archer 12th, Matarang 11th, Gio 10th, McWolf 9th, Camo holding 8th. So these camera angles are really dodgy until you get used to buggers. There's a close racing throughout there. Let's broaden that around a little bit. Let's have a look. Has he got sight of Gio? He has. I don't think he's close enough to grab his actual draft yet. Gio looks like he's got the face to keep there. Really good news for him. And Gio's too far behind Matt Wolf now. That's been really buggered him up. Here we go. I don't know if it's sure if that car can be damaged or what. We seem to have a little lag there. Let's go on board with Scald. There we go, chasing down McWolf. Great racing. I've noticed that Lima's now pulled that gap down a little bit. He has pulled a full second on that time that he had. Deficit to Jaunts. Whether Jaunts is just slowing the pace down and managing the race from here, I don't know. But Lima's on a tear at the minute. That's 3.5 seconds. What's going on with Jaunts at the minute? I think he will just be managing his race at the minute. Let's have a look at our gaps here. Still Scald and Matt Wolf pretty close to each other. Great racing by them. We'll go on board with McWolf. Well, we've got Camo up front, Gio behind him. If we go on board with Camo, we might be able to see the physical gap between these guys. It's not much. He must have the slip at that point. I can't express how difficult this corner is to get right. That's the race completed. John seems to have got it in the bag and done with. Well done, mate. Well done. We've still got guys coming around here. How well did they all do? Unbelievable. We've got Aaron coming to the last bend now. Start finish. Well done, lads. Archie coming on to this fast sweeping right hander. Round of applause. Unbelievable. Let's have a look at the timings here. Check that out. The gap was 11 seconds what John's pulled out there. 2 seconds back to Thomas Ethan, who I suspect if he wasn't fighting there, he may have challenged a little higher, but you've got to be impressed with the third place too. Vector just missing out on the podium spot. Not by much. I think that penalty, well, there's a few penalties there. We'll have a look through them. Hell of a race, guys. Well done. Well, it's me in last. Come off the track, damage the car. Nightmare. Right. Well, that's mighty impressive. There's some good races throughout. That was the standing start race. We're going to move on here to I believe it's a sprint. It's a 30-minute race. It'll be an AOR rolling start too. Booked it again. Alright, we've got the last 10 minutes here. We've got Camera in front, followed by... We've got to get rid of these now. All falling through here. John's on the arse end of this. All within 5 seconds of one another here now. Cam under serious pressure from McWolf and Lima. And John goes that. Well done. A little further back, we've got Scald and Big Daddy. Vetro following. We must have had some sort of off there. At the back, we've got Archie and Matterang just we've got a 2 second gap there to Arch. Gio at the back. I wonder what's going on with Gio there. A little bit of damage to the front. Suggests they've had an off or a little contact. It's not a back runner, that's for sure. Back up with the race. We've got kind of trying to follow Archie through. The Team Geo guys are having a little tough one here as it goes. Scald on Daddy's ass at the minute, trying to close down that 2 second gap. Let's come up with these. We've got a race and a half ahead of us here, boys. Look at these. Camo leading this train, McWolf flying with George. Jones, this there. Come on board with Oulton. How close they are. Yeah, I said George now. There is a second between the top 5 at the minute. All behind Camo. To be running a stable setup. These boys slowed down. This is going to allow Big Daddy hopefully to get on the back end of them. And a little wide there. Here we go. Is there going to be some moves in the braking zone? Lima just not close enough there. Camo doing a hell of a job still. He did this round at Brands Hatch until he had a bit of an off. Keep an eye on that. Camo keeping it. And these guys really want to up each other now. A little further back, we've got a few gaps by a couple of seconds, so keep a monitor on that. Let's have a look at McWolf. Now on Archie. Archie just up the road. I want to keep with the front pack though, because there's some racing going off there. What was that? I think we have McWolf testing track limits there. Oh, here we go under the braking. Just to keeping it clean, that's what we like. He's on the outside. Let's have a look at the bonnet view. He's got... Oh, a little bit of contact. What? There. A little bit of contact there. There's a camera angle comes straight off. Lima got the worst of that. Fierce Ethan into second now. Fighting with Johns. Johns on the grass on the outside. Manages to pull it back in and save that. So he's going to tuck up right behind him now on the draft here. Now that gap's now spread out because there's a little bit of contact there. Unfortunately, the camera angle wasn't the best. We've got Scald up at Vectro's ass now. Following. With Baxter shortly behind, so them gaps are coming in. Let's have a look at, go back on with Johnson and Ethan. Real close to each other, real close. Archie 4 seconds behind Matt Oragan's They're still going there, the Soldier. Let's have a look at see these gaps. So we go on board with, look at that. It's Lima in the background there. There's Big Daddy in the background going through it. Then a further 5 seconds back, we've got Vetro surprisingly. But he is fighting with Skull. Let's have a look. Let's keep on board with these. So we've got Vetra, Skull and Baxter all within a second of each other. Whereas up front, we've got Johns and Beerstar going at it. It looks a little closer than what we did. We'll be back on board with Baxter and Skull for the... yeah. Still Camo out in front doing a grand job, you've got to say. He's keeping it on the black stuff. These two as quick as you like. Now Skull and Vetro really close to each other. Is Skull going to try and move? No. He's trying to force him into a mistake, but Vetro's quite a good hand at this. He's been here before, he knows what's coming. Fantastic racing between them guys. We've got Archie now on kind of together. That's something for Arch to chase down. See if he can do that. They jump back on board with Skull and come on, camera angle. A little wide there, hopefully you won't get a slow before that allow back to really shut. John's still on with Ethan, chasing him down. Wolf, let's go on board with Ethan a little quick. On the arse end now, fighting. This is for position, this is for first. Now what does Ethan do? Does he attempt to go on the brakes with him? He has got Johns right behind him, but one mistake by Ethan and Johns will be straight through. Camo holding a good line, is playing defensive. There's nothing wrong with that, that's all fair. Just have a look at this braking zone. Camo defends the line, hopefully he doesn't move back across, which he doesn't in the braking zone. That must allow Johns to be right up. He's got a fantastic view of these guys here. Skull now within a second of Vetro. Fantastic racing by these boys. I'll keep with these. This is our first, second and third places, and they are 6 tenths between them. Now I imagine these guys are going to have the run on Camo here. Camo goes defensive. This is going to force Ethan around the outside. Jones has got the inside of Ethan now. Oh, still a little contact. Ethan a bit wide. Jones now really powering. Been weaving on the braking. Has he got up the inside? Camo. He's closed the door. Well played, boys. Well played. This is allowed Lima to back up on that. He's following them. We'll stick with our front runners for a second or two. Skull's still behind Retro, I see. Got some gaps further back in the field. Let's run through our top runners. We're first at the minute. We've got Camo holding that position. Defensive driving, I suspect, on the Sable setup. These boys are so quick. They are just predators. Oh, Camo runs wide. Ethan's through. So, George, you've got to imagine these boys are going to run away with it. Let's jump on board with Cam and see if he's managed to stick with him. He has. See what he can do from there. He's got all out the shirts. He needs to compose himself. He's spun around, hopefully. Lima can get away with it. He can. Big Daddy's now coming through. He really needs to get out of that way. Let's go on board with John chasing down Ethan. Ethan seems to have pulled a little gap there. A little bit of breathing room. That's good to see. Sol and Vetch are very close. Again, Baxter following them. Hopefully he's got the draft there as well. It'll allow them to pull right up on one another. Wolf within a second of Camo now. Camo drops straight back. This is the same thing that happened at Brands Hatch. He was doing really well in that second race there, the first one of the two, and he's gone off there. Still holding his position. These boys running away. They've got 2 seconds on Lima now. Well, nearly 3. Hopefully they can pull it up. Let's go on board with Vetra. He has still got Scald all over his ass. Baxter not too far from that. Let's get a roof view just to see that gap. There we go. We're side by side coming into the first corner. Who's going to give? Who's got the balls? Very late braking, but Skull's through. But just got a good run though. Is he going to go defensive? No, he's off the line. Is he going to go around it? He's going to pull in behind him now. Good driving by them. John's getting a little closer now. It's half a second. We have 2 seconds behind. Big Daddy he is 6 seconds behind that pace, but Vetro, Skull giving us a show. It's good to see. We've got Camo within a second of McWolf now. Smashing driving by these boys. Let's have a quick look at the split, the timings. I don't really want to do it while these lot are giving us this sort of quality racing. Baxter now on the arse end of this. This is a three-way fight for fifth here. Oh! Because Vetro, he's managed to pull it out a little bit from the around the outside of that corner. He must have had a hell of a drive off. Gets the line done. Skull has to pull behind him. Ethan, now 6/10 off John, so managing to find his pace again. Baxter on the arse end of these now. McWolf three spots behind these boys. Come on, camera, hurry up. Camo within a second. I would like to see that, but I want to stick with these boys just as they come down the straight. I don't think he's close enough to pull a move. Let's go on board with Camo here on the outside. That's the point. So that's Camo on Matt Wolf. We're giving us some fantastic racing. Ethan's pissing off. That's nearly a second he's pulled there. These boys are giving us some great racing. If you're on a little wide there, you've got to imagine Baxter's got the run on him now from down in. Outside with the defend. We're driving by Skull there. Let's jump on board of our leaders. Let's have a look from the bonnet cam and see physically how far Ethan is. You can tell that Johnson's in the slipstream. There's 7 minutes to go. It's there to be done, but Ethan, fantastic driving throughout. He's not put a foot wrong. The Apex is beautiful as well. We've got a bit of racing. It's Golden Vetro. We've got Baxter behind them now. Let's pull up with Matt Wolf a second. He's on Camo's arse. Camo's really struggling since he had that off. I think that's his concentration on to pot out the window. Gio, very far behind now. I want to pull back on board with Skull again. Vetro seems to be pulling away now. I think Skull's most concerned with Baxter that's behind him at the minute. Let's go for trackside view. Ethan now 7/10. That gap sort of staying where it is, you know. You've got to imagine it's going to be hard to pull a gap with Johnson in the slipstream. Let's jump on board. There we go, he looks a lot closer than still. In the slipstream now, let's stick on board with Johnson while he does these next two corners. Let's just get rid of all this, so we can get him sliding about there on that loose setup. It's so impressive that the guys can run it like they can with the amount of speed that they carry for the corners. So as I say, these are tier 1 drivers and you can tell. Fantastic. Jump on board with Bax, who's up Skull's ass at the minute through that corner. He seems to have a little more pace than Skull through that first bend. That's something to keep in mind. Matt Wolf and Camo again up each other's bump. Top 9 guys. All racing one another. Great. Retro. What's happening with Big Good Daddy? Has he got a slow down there? I think so. Let's get the trackside view of this. Oh, they pulled across. Retro had to brake. Well done not to hit one another. I think Big Kid Daddy's left him room around the inside to the move. It's good to see, but he gets a fantastic drive out of that last corner. John's now 6/10. 5/10. He seems to be pulling that gap back a little bit. All these boys giving us some good racing here. Wolf and Camo again. Going at it. And that gap's pulled out a little. 6/10 now, John, on Ethan. He seems to be finding his pace a little bit. Theirs to lose, it really is. Fantastic racing. He's gone board with Skull. Retro and Big Good Daddy in front of him. Baxter behind these as well. Skull can't afford to make a mistake here. And Camo only 2 seconds off that, but we've got Matt Wolf and Camo making them. Let's go on board with Baxter. We'll see these two ahead. Well, there's 3 ahead. A little far off, but it looks like Skull might have a run here. Let's see what we can do. On the brakes. Gives him room. Oh, he slips across. I don't think Skull was expecting that. It's that Big Daddy round. He's gone around. On the grass. He manages to rejoin. Camo having a bit of a moment there too. go back on board with Bax. Got a little train going off here. Johns still 5 tenths behind Ethan. Ethan seems to have the pace. Again, we're 4 seconds behind the leading pack. Let's just have a look on board with him. Let's have a look here now. Now, I don't actually think that's in. I think that might be Big Kid Daddy or one of the other drivers in front, unfortunately, having a bit of a sorry time. It's 4 seconds off. Bob with Johns now. Still chasing Ethan, very close, but we've got some great race. Let's go on down to Big Kid Daddy a sec. Let's try him inside of Baxter. Camo must have a good view of this. He does. But let's go on board with Big Kid Daddy. What a train cars these are, boys. What a train. Fantastic drive. Ooh, Camo gets a little edge towards there. Here we have to drive out. We've got Matt Wolf. Let's go down now then. Ethan leading this race. And that gap's it. Pulled out a little bit. That's 7 tenths now. We'll go back to Johns. Second. Really fast guy. Leaving 4 seconds behind. Vetro quite a little bit off this pace. I mean, there was a lot of fighting. Skold's actually catching him. So this should be interesting towards the end. We've got 3 minutes. So that makes about 2 or 3 laps left. So jump on board the Camo. These guys are so close to each other. Big Kid Daddy Oulton 7th, Max to 6th, Skold 5th. What's going on with the back of there then? Let's have a look at this. Unbelievable. He gets split up sideways there. Let's have a look where I'm going. Skold again on Vetro. Great run out of there. Let's go on the roof cap. See if we can see if he's actually pulling in the slipstream. I can't describe how hard this corner is to get right without the back end sliding, and just, I say that, what a catch. Well done. Let's go on board with Johns now. There we go, you can see he has pulled right up to Ethan. He's almost hunting him down now, eh? But Ethan keeps it nice, keeps it steady, keeps it on the track. It's going to be hard for Johns to get around him. It's interesting to watch just how much he pulls up, obviously. Concertina effect was showing a lot closer, but there's 5 tenths in it between these guys. Let's both come both with Bax. Big Kid Daddy still chasing him down there. And then Matt Wolf's managed to pull a 3-second gap to Matarang now, so Matarang's falling off the pace a little bit. Archer was off, Gio's off. Jump on board with Skold. Chasing him down. We've got to play. This is for 4th position. We've got 3 cars here, all with the potential to grab that 4th spot. Jump on with Johns. It just looked like Ethan's managing the pace pretty well. He's managing his race. You know, Johns showed him a few different looks in this race, but it's not being enough. Let's jump on board with Skold again. Has he got the run on him? It would appear so. Here we go. Can we do this cleanly? Skold, he breaks a little deep, but Retro outbreaks himself. You can see there, Skold's got the run on the outside, but wow, does Vetro have a good run out of that. He's going to have to concede, surely, not around the outside. He's going to pull up behind him. 6 tenths now, Johns behind this. Some really good racing going on. I just want to quickly jump on board with Johns, who's chasing down. With 43 seconds to go, there is that sort of gap. It's unbelievable racing by these guys. Baxter, Vetro and Skold all together. Wide there, you're hoping for a good exit out to carry the pace. He doesn't seem to have it at the minute. The drive, I mean, out. Vetro still hassling Skold there. I want to move that was. It's great fun seeing that. Does Baxter have a good view of this? No, he's dropped off the back. Big Kid Daddy now all over the arse end of Baxter. Baxter seems to be struggling a tiny bit. Camo still holding 8th. Wolf 9th. Matarang 10th. Finishing off the top 10. Let's go on board with Johns, who's now 3 tenths. Ethan very, very tail happy. These are our leaders. Here we go, he's showing him the inside. I suspect we may have another lap. He's right up him on the braking zone. Ethan, good exit out though. There's our other races. Vetro, let's actually keep on board with these guys. So well, we've got races throughout, we have. Here we go, this will be the last couple of corners for these guys to make anything. We've got any close people. We have Big Kid Daddy. I don't think that's going to be enough. I don't think that's going to be enough either, unfortunately. Hell of a race by them guys. You've got to say, listen. Unbelievable. And what happened there? Has Ethan actually got a penalty? He has. He had a 3-second penalty, and that must be where he has. He knew within 3 seconds of him, he'd have that. That's unfortunate. Even ran a good race. Well impressed with his pace throughout there and managing to keep it on there. So let's have a look at our top 10 positions. Gerard's first, Thomas Ethan second. In third, we've got Limbs again, and that was the reverse grid, so you've got to take your hats off to them guys. And they finish off the podium. Box up the Baxter at fourth, Big Kid Daddy fifth, did really well. Skoll fifth, Vetro seventh. Unbelievable racing between all three of them with Matt Wolf on the arse end. Matt Rang in ninth, Camo finishing in the top 10. We can come from there. That accident there really off-putted him. Archie in 11th, 12th to Gio. I'm pretty sure we've got another one there. Yeah, the kind of for you leading off the pack in 13th. Congratulations, boys. Unbelievable racing. Try and get that edited through. You guys have done all yourself proud, seriously. Well done. Unlucky with that penalty there as well, Ethan. You did well. Skoll and Retro though, that's some good racing.
Actually, sorry about the contact, man. It's stupid. I hadn't switched my brake bias up from qualifying in the other race.
Yeah, well done, boys. You all drove fucking well good to get them highlights on as fast as possible for you. Well done, boys. You all did yourself pretty proud. Like, there's some good racing throughout the field. I'm going to edit up what footage I've got, and now we're going to post it on there. Obviously, it's not official. It's not condoned by anyone. It was just, I had a really shitty couple of races there, so it's a pleasure to actually commentate and look at you guys. Take care, lads. Good luck.